bars. Bet it back, I bet I match it like the same style. Chopsticks for beef from shutting PF chains down. I gave you prophecy, my first one, then you lamed out. Luckily, sold, but it wasn't for me. Still the flow raw, peep the way I bubble in these streets. Who can with me?
Nikki, baby.
Go.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Look at I got money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday. That's just what I say. I said, babe, it's he said it's a them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He make sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? Gonna look on my snap. I take a man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this button, the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. That be lay, waist snatch, back, shrink back. Got lips like Angelina, belly truck tangerine. Jumping on my, that's why they call it trampoline. Back on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday. That's just what I say. I say, babe, it's a. He said it's a.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
All right, here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's got his man on the crossing route. 19 yards right off the bat and a quick first down.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one. Leopard! Leopard! 3 down.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
I mean, you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
On second down, here's Rosen. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the play. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7th. They'll try and run it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Now let's go.
He'll get it up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's James. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go. 21.
They'll run to the backup. This is Williams. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath,
21.
settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
They're coming.
Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
12. White.
Yeah, let's get sacked.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Looking for Garcon, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me, you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, Rosen. That's on the left side by Kirk. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Leopard! Check safety, check Detroit! No, check, Patriot!
They run with it. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
The first carry for Elijah McGuire. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Gun!
Here's Rosen to throw. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
Touchdown, baby!
Now for the point after.
Touchdown!
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's James. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
21.
Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. They won't abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
65. Wait, 20! 180! 12, fellas, here we go. 21. Here we go.
On second down, Williams. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
I'll send you. Here we go. Hurry up. 12.
12, fellas, here we go. 11.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Leopard!
Nickel play action here on 1st down. He's going to drop this off to his fullback. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Here we go!
Here's Edmonds. And he stopped immediately there. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun on 3rd down is Rosen. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a 1st down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Leopard! Watch it now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Watch it now, Barney! Leopard! Gun!
Mike, check, 59.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He juked him. That's going to be caught by Kant. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Play action here with Rosen. And there he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this is taken at the 23. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 21. Here we go.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He gets it to Harris. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more after this.
Here we go. 6. White.
On first down, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle to Garcon. That's good for a Niner first down. Garoppolo to Garcon. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
To throw is Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Move it up, fellas. 2.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Running back, and he's got him complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
21.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Hey, Mike 20.
12.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chandler Jones. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Bradley Pinion now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. So go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Gun!
On first down, it's Rosen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, guys, check me out. You got 3 down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now. Out they go. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Leopard!
Watch tight end.
open receiver complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the young. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. But you got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
21.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Here we go. Flag!
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
Garoppolo on first down. Caught left side, Garcon. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That's it, baby. That's
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
21.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And open, it's Goodwin. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And this is caught off the deflection. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Now that's a defensive coordinator's nightmare right there. You're covering everyone, and the guy's not even the intended receiver ends up making the play.
Right place, right time, I guess.
When that ball's tipped up in the air like that, you've got to go up and get it. Offense and defense. And in this case, the offense ended up grabbing it.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Gold is able to put it through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them. It's a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
3 down.
2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. Over the left side, complete. That's Cole. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. A very solid gain of 27. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
4 down. Alert.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. One down near the 45-yard line. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Set! Green, 39!
Now it's Rosen. And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a bad feeling, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
3 down.
Here we go, here we go.
Alert 3.
6!
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
The Niners on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation.
I got you. 2.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. Able to find Garcon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Hey, come on. Flag!
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He fights him off. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Robert Kimdichie in there to sack him for a loss of 6. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
21.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Here we go, hurry up! 6!
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands on the ball. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Leopard!
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chris Herndon with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's James. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Here we go, hurry up! Flag!
That boy's got 4.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes,
Here we go.
you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Over the middle to Garcon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Get set.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Goodwin. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Dayon Buchanan coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Here they come, here they come, here they come. Hot.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
The 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
21. Here we go.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. And he's got it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 2-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Here we go. Flag.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. Gold with the extra point, and that will cut the lead down to 15. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Oh, I think the Niners got it back. Yes, San Fran recovers. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
Hey, come on,
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now.
11. Here we go.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
21.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
21.
Hey, check, Mike 57.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Here we go. Hurry up. 65.
Garoppolo. Slant caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Terrence Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Cardinals' hands team will secure the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Kirk, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Here's James. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Wow, receiver complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Garoppolo on first down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He's caught at the 7-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. Now Garoppolo. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
21.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Attack here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. And the 49ers going to take another timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
Check, 56.
Throwing now is Rosen. Got his man coming over the middle. It's Cole. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Cards, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.